Well, morning, folks. It's 2:37 in the morning West Coast time. It's the 18th of February 2024. A diary of the griever named John Weaver, which would be me, is on the air. Sometimes I'm wondering about my own damn sanity. I was going to be doing another morning roll on this one, but I decided to hamstray the thing. It's the 18th of February 2024 in the morning, and I am not too happy with myself. But then again, if I was talking with my therapist, she'll be asking me questions. Well, John, what's going on with you? A lot of things here, therapist. A lot of things. And some things I have to be honest with myself that these things actually do matter in my life. The hardest things for me to deal with is anniversaries of being reminded of, we live on this planet for a short time and then we're gone. But even in a short time, we can get a lot of experiences, both pleasant and unpleasant, to deal with. One of which is dealing with a reminder of our own mortality. Tomorrow is an anniversary for the 11th year passing of my mother's. Of my mother. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to say that my mother died 11 years ago, and for me to deal with that. To mention, uh, it's almost coming up 6 years in September of this year for a big brother. A reminder. I'm getting older, slower, maybe coming close to my own damn mortality. It scares the living crap out of me. I've been dead once before. I've talked about it many times, and I still don't like it. Not talking about it. I still need to talk about it to get my own damn mind working, if I can. But dealing with wrapping around the reality that shortly I may or may not be passing. I don't know how shortly. How do these things work? I know that on an operating table, I had no choice. But I have a choice here making decisions whether or not if I actually want to cap or not cap. Meaning, if I'm going to be taking the steps voluntarily on this pathway, and I'm still liking to breathe, I'm fighting for it. But what gets to me is the intensity of still missing my family. I get triggered all the damn time. And I guess for a lot of people, it can be debilitating. And maybe a few other people are going to say, well, I've gone through this thing many times. I'm immune to it. Okay, fine. You're immune to it. I used to be. I said before, a lot of things have changed in my life that made me lose that immunity and make me cry like there's no tomorrow. For me, I don't know if there was any tomorrow or not for this uh, mortality of mine, for this life. But it doesn't mean I'm chasing after death or worshiping it. And what gets to me is I'm still a big kid in the inside crying for his family that he's lost a long time ago. Now, if I was going to be leaning on spiritual beliefs and religious doctrines, there's a heaven out there that my family will be waiting for me in. And I guess a lot of people are into that mindset. But I know what the transition feels like, and I don't like it. I don't like it. It scares the hell out of me. I've been through it before as a kid. So, yeah, those kind of feelings and thought patterns stick with me. But it kind of forces me into a separation between me and my family. Now, if I'm lucky enough, I'll get a dream or two. Maybe my brother's visiting me. And I'll tell you, a couple of nights ago, I had a dream. I can't even describe it at this point over here, but I know my brother was pissed at me. I don't know what I said or did in this mortal lifetime. I don't know what I said or did to really piss him off. Some people say it's just a dream. Well, sometimes maybe. Or maybe he's trying to tell me a message of maybe God's pissed at me for some reason. Maybe I said something or did something that totally irked him. And maybe David was the messenger to give me. I don't know. There's a lot of suppositions I can do on this one. But every time I keep seeing my family, and I'm kind of in a situation where we're loggerheads, it's like I want to reach out to my brother and say, look, dude, I'm sorry for what happened, okay? I'm sorry for what happened. I don't want to lose you, big bro. And sometimes I feel like I'm going to be losing this guy in the afterlife, and I don't even know how, why, or if the universe is conspiring against me or not. I miss my brother. I miss my mother. I have said so for a hell of a long while. Since starting up this channel and just popping out the emotional videos left and right and trying to explore my grief, my mourning, the transitions, the anniversaries, the birthdays, anything and everything related to it. I know I got political on a lot of things, a lot of explanations and a lot of observations, and trying not to be someone I don't want to be. I mean, a long time ago, I probably would just BS myself, thinking I know better in this one, or I knew better in this area, and I think I'm this, and I think I'm that. And I know my damn ego was at work. I'd seen it in action, and it just pissed me off more and more. But the thing that was making my life more real is understanding loss and coming to grips with it, coming to terms with it. I've lost a lot of pets in my life. I've lost a lot of animals that are family members. And it's never easy for me to deal or touch on those kind of feelings. If we're pet lovers and we have pets as family members, we understand this one. I didn't say which kind of pet. It could be whatever kind of pet we have. But if we poured a lot of love into that particular creature, it became part of our family. They're family members. And unfortunately, the demands that happened upon me had to take had to come first before the grieving and mourning process. I could take a day off, but that's about it, and then I have to shove everything else aside, all the emotions, all the thoughts, all the feelings, because this had to take precedent, that had to take precedent. And they were that close. But I still had to shove them. I had to shove away the emotions. I had to lock it away. I had to tell myself that this was necessary for survival. Simply put, I didn't take the time to grieve because life didn't give me any time to grieve or mourn. Not to remember, not to talk about, nothing to indicate. Maybe if I had done a paper log, I'd be writing about it. Short sentences or short stuff to put on a notebook. And if I was allowed to do any typing on the damn thing, okay, my fingers would be killing me, so would my wrists. Because I would be trying to explain things, trying to put it into words. And get an audio recorder, and then I could try to express, and it was still hard for me to find the right words for it. Well, imagine trying to use all three and it's still failing. Next, video. When the videos came out, Dave had already been gone, so had Ma. And I've already lost a family pet during that time. little boy, Papillon Terrier mix, black and white, feisty little bastard. I miss that guy. He always hopped up around every time I sat down because he always wanted to be with me. And it was hard for me to talk about him because bring up I didn't want to bring up anything about him. I was that hurt and ashamed because I saw him die in front of me and I couldn't do a damn thing to keep him alive. When you have limitations placed upon you, the only thing you're doing is being an observer, and it hurts like hell because now you're a participant. I would hope maybe he would forgive me in heaven because I miss that little dude. I miss him at times getting up on my bed and just huddling up with me. He lay right against my back. So would Mama's. I mean, if the bed was low enough, and she was actually able to, but these days she's not. She's struggling with her legs right now as it is, trying to get around. But she still has energy to prance around when she can. She's in the bedroom right now, asleep. I have to keep an eye on her every so often just to make sure she's all right. I worry about myself breaking down every time Ma's anniversary comes up because it still hurts like crazy. I am a mama's boy. I am a mama's boy. I will always be a mama's boy. I don't care. Some people think it's a weakness. Well, you know what? They got mental illness. I don't care. I am also my baby brother. I'm a baby brother to my big brother. And the least I can tell the people, I'd been a caregiver and now a caretaker. What's their excuse? I caregived for my mother and my big brother and my dogs when I could. I'm a caregiver to my mother, my little dog, who's passing away. Slowly but surely, I'm seeing it. But she's still got life left to live another day, and she's not giving up on it just yet. Neither am I. But when it comes, I'm going to be devastated because that's going to be one family member I hate to lose. But I'm going to be losing it to God because God's taking control and not me. I'm supposed to be okay with it. I'm supposed to be fine with it, but I'm not. Death and me have never been on good terms with each other. Well, hell, since when have we have been on good terms? I'd numbed myself to the feelings after I've been losing people left and right. Just to get through life, just to get through the days. I hadn't been a happy John. I hadn't been a happy person. I'd been a miserable son of a bitch. I'm not holding back on some of the language either. I mean, if algorithms don't like it, well, then bite my ass. I don't give a shit. I'm telling it as it is. It's never easy dealing with loss of people or loss of pets or loss of anything. I mean, it's one thing you're losing crap left and right, and you think, oh no, I'll never see it again. Well, it's replaceable. The thing is, I was told by a best friend of mine, God rest her soul, a surrogate mother of sorts. Oh, she had told me that things are just things and they're replaceable. Well, for the most part, yeah, unless you get these one of a kind damn pieces of shit that you fall in love with, and then you love them more than life itself. Then how are you supposed to deal with it? That's a good question for me, isn't it? How am I supposed to be able to deal with it? Milk for the antacid. For the acid reflux, anyway. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all these damn videos. Sometimes you probably see these bottles maneuvered around. Got these from Amazon. The shape of the nipple on here that I suck out of tells me which one I'm drinking out of. The taller one would be the water. This would be the Gatorade Tang mixture. Orange. It's vitamin C. And then it's either coffee, which I haven't got to yet. I'm not up just yet for that one. But milk throughout the night, just in case. I get acid reflux. I've had it for years. Chewing on antacid tablets just sucked. My brother gave me a suggestion regarding that one, and probably it's gained my weight more and more. But whole milk, I know it's a lot of fat, but the fat's supposed to be coating the pipes I've got to keep the acid from going up and really giving me hell. Doctors never tell me this one. Maybe a health scare, maybe a health hazard, but it's keeping away the acid. I just wish sometimes I could take away the pain sometimes that I'm feeling for my family. And you noticed that, in a lot of my videos, I've had Star Trek shirts and other things. It's getting closer to the anniversary, so yeah, it's the photo shirt. Same thing like on here, except that's the black and white, this is the color. CafePress.com. This is where I get my shirts when I want them specialized. Reminders of things. I dance around topics left and right because I'm feeling it inside that. If I can just dance around a little bit longer, I don't have to feel it. I don't have to feel the emotions coming up. I don't feel the process continuing at this point. I don't feel the absolute need of just breaking down because I'm going to break down. And I already am feeling it. But that's why I dance around the topic sometimes. Self-defense mechanisms, I believe that we all have. We don't want to face the truth of whatever is coming up because it hurts too damn badly, or whatever kind of reasons and emotions we're feeling during that time. I know I've been through that myself too many damn times myself. I know a few people have also heard me mumble too much that they can't listen to me. Well, I try to keep it down because I don't want to disturb anybody around here. During the daytime, I don't give a hell. But this is nighttime, so it's a different thing altogether. If I had the money for the equipment, I'd get better headsets. The anxiety and the stress is building up because of memory lane is still kicking me in the ass. So if we're going to continue down this place, this is going to be a long video or a short one. I prefer the short one so I can focus a little bit better. So let's do another short one if we can.